Hello, beautiful people, and welcome back to the channel. My name's Elizabeth, and today I'm going to talk about some lessons from Jesse Itzler. He is a famous entrepreneur and founder. He has exited about 5 business ventures, I believe, at this point. He has been in multiple different industries, whether it was the music industry, the private jet industry, coconut water. He is just in personal development now. He's impacted and been in so many spaces and is very versatile. He is someone who's interesting to me. He is married to Sara Blakely. I have a video. I'll link it in the description if you're interested. She is the billionaire founder of Spanx. So that was her main venture, and they ended up getting married. But Jesse is just fascinating. I've listened to Jesse because I found Sara, and he is definitely has a different mindset. He's mostly vegan. He eats fruit till noon. He does all these crazy Ultramans and races and stuff. And Sarah's like, don't hurt your body. I want you to be able to your knees and stuff to work when you're older. But he's all about living life to the fullest and tapping into your potential and going for it and taking risks. And he definitely is about maximizing your life. And you do not have a guarantee that you're going to live another day. So how can I maximize my life? They have 4 kids that they want to spend time with. He wants to work on his health. He wants to work on the community. He wants to work on service. And so I love his adventurous spirit. And I think that some people could get some good tips and advice from him. So let's go ahead and look at some of those things. All right, so lessons from Jesse Itzler. Number 1 is to remember that the only way to beat time is to do things. So if you want to beat time, you need to do the things, right? And so he talks about time, and he's always racing against time, and he's always aware of his death and aware of the little time that he has. And he talks about how old are you? If you're 70, if your parents are 70 years old and maybe they might die at 80, you have 10 years with them. But he's like, no. Do you live by them? Do you live with them? No, we live across the country. Oh, so how many times do you see them every year? Twice. You have 20 visits left with your parents. And so he's take advantage of time and to do the things. Go see your parents. If you have a bucket list, he's all about these activities. So figure out things to do in life that are fun or that are challenges that you want to do, and do the thing. He's don't just think about it, do it. And he has this big calendar that he has, which I think is super cool. It's a big calendar club, and he lays it out, and then he prioritizes the big things that he wants to do, and he makes time for them. So make time for fun things, figure out what you want to do in your life, and then do it. Jesse talks a lot about playing life on offense. So this kind of goes along with number 1, but it's schedule what you want to do first. So in that big calendar, he has the calendar for the whole year, right here, and then he puts on sticky notes what are the things that he wants to do. He has a big thing that he does, which is common in Japan. They have this one big thing that they do, and then he puts in some other stuff, and then he schedules his meetings, then he schedules his work, then he schedules the other stuff that needs to be done. And so I know a lot of us can't necessarily do that, but I think a lot of us can. And to go, okay, I can take this time away, right? If you want something in your life, I would talk about it all the time. You have to be intentional. If you want to have memories with your family, if you want to do certain fitness goals or adventures, or if you want to achieve certain things with your business, you have to be intentional and plan that time in. So I think that's super cool, and it's a great way to do that. Number 3, he talks about more isn't better, better is better. So I always talk about this with your friends, it's always quality over quantity. Of course, if you can have quality and quantity, great. But you want to make sure that it's not just about more. You want to make things better. So improve yourself in your life. Make the things that you already have better. How can you improve yourself as a person? How can you improve your health? How can you be healthier? How can you be more financially successful or secure or independent? How can you make what you already have better? Number 4 is to do things that make you proud. We want to feel accomplished. In life, you want to have something that you're working towards or something that makes you feel good. And so do things that make you proud. Be the type of person that would make you proud. How are you treating others? How are you treating yourself? How are you showing up in the world? What are you doing or not doing? So show up as the person you want to be and do the actions that will make you proud. Will that make you proud if you go do certain adventures? Will it make you proud to build the business you've always wanted? Will it make you proud to have kids that are happy and thriving and successful? What's going to make you happy and proud of yourself? Do more of that. 5, similarly, do good deeds, do good things. So plan the time and be intentional about serving others. They're very involved in philanthropic events. I know Sara does a lot with women and making sure that she's supporting women and women who couldn't do what she did before or that don't have the opportunities that she has. And so support other people, support people, give back. Like, service is so underrated. And I know we can all be worrying about ourselves and trying to take care of ourselves and our families, which is really important. Like, I do think you need to do that. But also, how can you help someone else? And I think if you can do more of that, then the world will be better and you will be better for it. Number 6, Jesse is all about urgency. So if you watch any interviews with him, you will see that he's like passionate and motivated, and he's just going. He'll even show up to his parent-teacher conference. They were on Zoom and Sarah's like, "What are you wearing?" And he just had his like running outfit and a towel or whatever on his head. And she's like, "Oh my gosh, like, you're meeting with the teachers." But he's just going through life, and he's like, "I just did my workout. Now I have my kids, and now I'm doing these things." And then he's going to go do this big event and go do this mountain climb. He's like, "I don't know when I'm going to die, so I'm going to be urgent. Like, I'm going to do what I need to do." And now I'm kind of a little bit more relaxed on this, and maybe I need to adopt more of the Jesse Itzler attitude and be a little bit more urgent. But I do think that you can learn that operating from a state of we need to do the things, or we need to be intentional, we need to make the time. I think that is a big lesson to be had. Number 7, you can see Jesse is really about these experiences. And so he talks about build your life resume. So it's not just your resume. What did you do in your work life? What did you do in your life? Like having a spouse, having kids. What are the things you do with your kids, the things your kids do, the trips that you have together, the experiences that you have together, the quality of your relationships. Like, what are you going to do with your life, the people you serve, the businesses you create? What is your life resume? So think about that. What do you want in your life? What do you want your life resume to say? What do you want at the end of your life, the obituary, like, to be? And maybe not read out loud, but just like for yourself. What do you want to accomplish? And what do you want to do in your life? So really think about that and be intentional. I think that can really help. Number 8, so Jesse talks about one day, for one day, every 8 weeks, do some type of adventure. So make the time for that. So in his big calendar, he blocks that out. He had a friend, I think he was a police officer in New York, and he did that with his family. And Jesse's like, "I love this. I want to adopt this as well." And so, and that's where, if you want to create these experiences and memories, being intentional about that is important. And so maybe it's something else for you, but he really is about like exploring and adventuring and doing things. And so if that resonates with you, definitely take that tip away. Number 9, we've already talked about this a little bit, but plan your year in advance. So he uses his big calendar, but be intentional about the year in advance. I've heard this before from other people, and it really helped me in my life to not just be reactive to life, but to go, okay, this is another year, another gift that I get. What am I going to do with it? And what are the things I want? What are the habits that I need to put in place? What are the things that I want out of this year or out of myself from this year? So be intentional and plan ahead. So before this New Year's, I know we're getting closer to the end of the year, start thinking about what you want next year to look like so that you can make a plan for it. Number 10, I really, really like this one. It's find your daily vitamins. What are the things that make you feel good? So it might not be actual vitamins, like take your vitamins if you need to, or if your doctor recommends you take some, but what are your vitamins that make you feel good? So exercise. Are you going outside or going for walks? Are you taking time to learn and to read because you love to learn? Are you spending time with your kids? Are you working on your passion project? Are you going to your job that you just absolutely love? Like, what are the things that light you up and that you want to get in every day? And so I know this is super cool and a good foundational set of habits or things that you know you want in each day. So we talk about the year, but what do you want to do in each day? So I know I like to exercise. I want to spend time with my family. I want to work on some of my projects. I want to maybe do a little bit more exercise. I want to eat certain foods. And if I do those things, then I usually feel pretty good. And so find those things for you. It will be really, really helpful. 11 is to do this exercise. If you could do anything or be anybody, what would you do? What would you be? And so just ask yourself, right? Just like asking what you want to create in your year, it's really important to see what type of person do you want to be? What types of things do you want to do? And no matter where you are at right now, maybe you're so far away from the person you want to be. That's okay. You just need to identify what you want to be and where you want to go in order to get there. Number 12, this goes along with the last one, but identify what you want. So once you ask yourself and you identify, then you can make a clear path forward. So you can think about it, but then you really need to decide who you want to be and what you want to be in this world. And once you decide, go after it and become that person that you know you can be and that you want to be like. Number 13, you are literally one day, one person, one thing away from totally changing your life. So wherever you're at right now, don't get discouraged. I know I talk about this on the journey. Like, you don't know when something's going to hit. You don't know when you're going to lose the last pound. You don't know when your business is going to take off, if it's going to take off, whatever. You don't know when you're going to meet your future spouse. You don't know, but all it takes is one person, one thing. And so have hope, have faith, and believe in that, and keep taking the actions, keep doing the things, keep putting yourself out there, and eventually you'll have that one. And lastly, put yourself in a position to get lucky. So Jesse did this with his jet company, Marquis Jet. This was one of his big successes. And him and his business partner, they were so young. But for some reason, I think with his rapping stuff, he had ended up flying private and flying in a jet. And he's like, this is amazing. I need to learn how to do this. Maybe we should own our own company. And nobody would really take a meeting with him, but he acted a certain way and put himself in these situations to get lucky. Or even with other deals in his life, he stayed the longest. He talked to the most people. And so he put himself out there. He took these risks. Like, he called these people, and he was able to get that connection, or he was able to get that lucky break. But a lot of it is his actions and the things that he did repeatedly. And so put yourself in a position to be lucky. All right, guys, so those were some tips from Jesse Itzler on how to improve yourself in your life and maybe to reach some more success. I hope this video was helpful to you. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Feel free to give this video a like and subscribe for more videos like this. Let me know if you want to keep learning from other people. I know I love these online mentors and these people that I learn from, and just some of the lessons that I take, and I'm happy to share more of them with you. So thank you so much for being here, and I will see you in the next video. Bye, guys. You got this.